All right. This is indeed a good news. Oh yes, that 24 Biafrans that has been in prison for the past 4 years has been released. And this is happening in Ebonyi State. And you know what? These people has been imprisoned for doing nothing. That is, they have been imprisoned illegally without any court judgment. Our young man has been in prison for years for doing nothing. And this is how our young men are in prison yards in all over Nigeria. Even in the southeast, our young men are there. And the worst thing is that most of them has done nothing wrong. They have not committed any crime. Most of them are people that are probably protesting. They are just protesting peacefully. And, you know, fortunately, or should I say unfortunately, the security agencies will grab them and, you know, imprison them without any ruling. And some of them are even people that are caught in their homes. Security agencies will go to their house and grab them and, you know, imprison them. So as God may have it, to the glory of God, 24 of our young men has been released in Ebonyi State. And kudos and a special thanks to Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, who has been working tirelessly to make sure that these people are being released. So we say kudos to him. May God continue to bless him. I know for sure that there is a price to pay for freedom. Now, I'm saying this for Biafrans. Yes, for those who believe in the emancipation of the sovereign state of Biafra, there is a price to pay. I know there is a price to pay for every freedom. Even for those of us that are Christians, yes, today we talk about salvation. Yes, it is because Christ has paid the price. And so I'm very much aware that there is a price to pay for every freedom. Even after Christ, did you know that even after Christ, there are so many other people that pay a price for Christian to still exist, or Christianity to still exist up to today? Yes, his 12 apostles, all of them paid the price. I think it is only one of his apostles that died a natural death. Yes, the one that wrote the book of Revelation. Yeah, that one was thrown inside the wilderness. And that is where he stayed to write the book of Revelation. Others were murdered. I know one of them that were crucified upside down. I know one that was thrown inside hot oil. I know one, of course, Stephen, we all know, was stoned to death. So for sure, there's a price to pay, and there are people that will pay that price. But what we are asking in our case, in the case of the emancipation of the sovereign state of Biafra, is that God will help us, that this will come peacefully. You know, let us, you know, be talking about our leader Nnamdi Kanu that the Nigerian government are holding, or probably talking about Samuel that is being held in Finland. Let's be talking about them, but let God help us that our young men will be freed. Oh yes, if at the end of the day we get Biafra and there are no young men there to celebrate, you know, to start the new nation, what is the essence of getting it? So we continue to pray, and that is why I always encourage you, my fans, to always continue to pray for the, you know, state of Biafra and pray for prisoners of conscience. Some of us don't know that there are so many young men, there are so many of our people, even young women, that are in prison just for the name Biafra. Just for the name Biafra. I have a friend that was telling me about 1 year ago anyways, he was telling me that his friend is in prison today. What did he do? Because the police, you know, saw him and stopped him, and they opened his phone and they saw the picture of Biafran flag. That is why they took him, and he's still in prison. So let us continue to pray for them, right? And continue to pray that God will touch the heart of the security agencies to stop all this harassment and nonsense they are doing, honestly. So please, I'm not going to allow you, or I'm going to read it out for you actually, what Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor posted on his X handle. Yes, how he posted this whole thing and what he said that really happened and how it went. So please, stay put and listen to this.
Official verified page of Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and it says, breaking news. Freedom at last. Remaining 24 Biafra inmates regain freedom after over 4 years of unlawful detention. Underline it, unlawful detention. Justice delayed but never denied. A momentous chapter was written today, Thursday, 17th July 2025, at the Ebonyi State High Court, as the last batch of 24 Biafran detainees out of a group of 36 unjustly held since May 24, 2020 were finally discharged and acquitted of all lingering, frivolous and unfounded charges. These innocent citizens had endured years of prolonged unconstitutional detention under recycled and repackaged allegations and charges, even after being severally discharged and acquitted on the same facts by none less than 5 respectable high courts in Ebonyi State. Today, history's ruling followed a preliminary objection which powerfully highlighted the brazen violation of their fundamental rights, particularly the constitutionally guaranteed protection against double jeopardy enshrined under Section 36 in bracket 9 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. This sacred principle, outrageous acquits, stipulates that no person shall be tried again for an offense in respect of which they have previously been acquitted. In a bold, fearless and intellectual profound ruling, His Lordship Honorable Justice I.P. Chima upheld our argument in their entirety and lent judicial weight to the cause of justice. We salute the learned judges' exceptional courage, depth of reasoning, and unwavering commitment to the sanctity of the Constitution. His reading and moral clarity have restored faithful in the judicial as the last hope of a common man. Above all, we return all glory, honor, and adoration to the Most High God, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, our eternal rock, fortress, and deliverer. This is another unprecedented victory made possible only by His mighty hand. We acknowledge that without Him, this milestone would not have been possible. In line with the court's directive for their immediate release, we are taking prompt steps to ensure full compliance without delay. I must also commend my devoted colleagues in chambers who tirelessly research, resilience, and dedication have once again produced this noble triumph. Your efforts are deeply appreciated. We are also grateful to the legal team of the government of Ebonyi State, who is open court pledged to ensure the judgment is obeyed to the letter. Similarly, the correctional authorities have undertaken to immediately hand over the freed detainees to us without resistance or delay, a commitment we shall hold them to. The joy of today will ripple for beyond the walls of the courtroom. It will be a thing of immense joy seeing the reunification of these families. Some of those wives have been abandoned, children lost, and parents buried in sorrow during this long period of incarceration. Now we look forward to the healing and rebuilding phase. We urge the relevant agencies of the Ebonyi State government to urgently consider appropriately measures for rehabilitation and reparation of these victims, even without prompting. Today marks the end of a painful 4 years ordeal. The light of justice has finally pierced through the dark clouds of oppression. Once again, to Almighty God be all the glory. It can only be Him. With God, we have conquered. Justice has spoken. Freedom is restored. A new chapter begins. Signed, Sir Ifeanyi Ejiofor, Esquire, KSC, July 17, 2025.
We are thanking God, not appreciate God for their like this. It's not by our mind. That's been our friend. It's like grace. And we return all glory and adoration to God Almighty. He has done it.
I don't want anybody to die. Yes. We are fighting for freedom, then how can we fight for it at the same time? It's not possible. We want people to be free. That's what we're fighting for. Nothing more. We've suffered a lot in Africa. I don't know if you know that. Africans have suffered. From slavery in Arabia to slavery in Europe to slavery in America. All of you are here today. I hope you cover the entire proceedings. Not the truncated version, but the whole thing. It's very important that you cover everything. I want you to understand that because IPOB was founded on a non-violent principle, and we maintain that up until this very day. And everything, of course, and some of these soldiers, we are told, are also our people. Is that correct? Yes. And the family is now in mourning. Yes. So all the making of young widows is condemned in entirety. I don't want it. I don't want anybody to die. Yes. We are fighting for freedom, then how can we fight for that at the same time? It's not possible. We want people to be free. That's what we're fighting for. Nothing more. We've suffered a lot in Africa. I don't know if you know that. Africans have suffered. From slavery in Arabia to slavery in Europe to slavery in America. So I think we should focus our time and devote it towards making sure that this continent stands up to what God promised it is going to be. And that's why we're doing what we are doing.
Thank you. Do you think that Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB were clearly responsible and still responsible for the insecurity that pervades in the Southeast?
Is Nnamdi Kanu the only separatist we have in this country? Don't you know about Showun? Don't you know about what is happening in the north, southwest, everywhere? We have those who feel genuinely that they are being undermined in a country that they are not taking part of. And they are saying, listen, we need a change. Nnamdi Kanu, if you look at what the courts have said, the courts have not said that Nnamdi Kanu is a criminal. We have 3 existing judgments, one from High Court, one from Court of Appeal, even the Supreme Court have adjudicated and even said that the rendition, he's kidnapped from Kenya to Nigeria, is an illegal rendition. So the world courts have said so too, that you do not illegally rendition anybody. We have processes. I work for Interpol. If you have any problem with anybody, you inform Interpol. Interpol has its SOP. It has its standard operating procedure. Nnamdi Kanu is not the problem. The problem is that we have a country where there is inequality, where there is the desire for a group of people to suppress unduly another group. And those who raise their heads up and say this is wrong, they are being branded all kinds of names. They are being branded all kinds of things. Nnamdi Kanu, is he the only one who is saying that he requires self-determination? He's not the only one, but he's the only one who is in detention. So I do not think that Nnamdi Kanu is the problem. But I know that his continuous detention is a problem. The continuous illegal detention of Nnamdi Kanu is a problem. It is not his detention, his process. No, it is his detention. We have all the various levels of the courts of law have indicated that the process is a wrong process. In fact, the very basic thing government used initially in renditing him illegally into the country, which is that he jumped bail. The Court of Appeal said he didn't jump no bail. He was running for his life.
All right. So what do you think? Please do well to drop your comment on the comment section, all right? And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much. God bless you.